All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Brother Augustine channel, where we seek to edify, educate, and entertain the world from an Orthodox Christian perspective. Lately, I've been doing these Orthodox business profiles so that we can stop feeding the beast and support each other instead, so our own community can flourish instead of giving our money to people who hate us. And today's guests are Chase and Sierra. Welcome, Chase and Sierra.
Hey, thank you very much for having us on. I really appreciate it.
Of course. We are here, and I'm excited to talk with you guys because this is a product that I know nothing about how it's made. It sounds very healthy, hypoallergenic, cozy, all descriptions I'm getting from your website. You guys run the Woolshire Wool Pillows Company.
Yes.
So my first question has to be, oh, and I see your son Frederick has now joined us. Welcome, Frederick, as well. He seems happy to be here. How did you get into the wool pillow business?
Hey, Fred. Fred, want to take this one? Yeah, so it actually started with Sierra was pregnant with Frederick, and we were looking, like when you first become a parent, you start like thinking, what are things that are going to affect my child's health? And there's so many chemicals in the world today, and you see like fertility rates dropping. You see people like messed up hormones and like cancer rates increasing, and so you want to be careful about like what you're giving your kid as far as food and all this other stuff. So we were like really careful, like trying to pick out wooden toys and other natural things. But some thought occurred to me, like, what about like what he sleeps on? Like what are we sleeping on? Like what are our mattresses made of? What are our pillows made of? And it led me down a very long trail of things I didn't want to discover, but I did. That this whole synthetic world has pushed on us, like petroleum products and like chemicals, and we're just sleeping on and off gassing all night. So so we looked into natural products and looked at like buckwheat hulls and like different alternatives to sleep on, and we came up with wool being the best. And we're kind of DIYers. We built our own house, and we always have our own projects going on. So we were like, let's just make a baby mattress. So we got some wool and we got some organic cotton, and we made Frederick a baby mattress for his crib. And then and then I thought we should make pillows for ourselves, and then we did. And
we were like, oh, he's sleeping on this great mattress and like getting all these health benefits from it, and we're still with like our polyester pillows. So we decided to just make ourselves some wool pillows, and
we really liked them, and one thing led to the next, and then we thought we should make a business selling wool pillows. So that's how we kind of got started.
Is that a wool pillow you have sitting next to you there on your right?
It is, yeah. We have this is our, I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but we've got WS woven into the organic Texas cotton.
So take me through the process. Let's say you want to create one of those. I know nothing about how to make pillows. Where do you start? What is the process of turning the raw materials into this pillow you've just shown us here?
Yeah, so we pick up, we're not really in sheep country. There's not a ton of sheep out here, but we're 3 or 4 hours away from a lot of sheep in Montana. And so there's an old wool carding mill there that basically they get raw wool, and it's dirty and full of everything you'd expect from a sheep in the fields. And then they take that, they clean it, and then they run it through this big carding machine, which is a bunch of wheels like grabbing and pulling the wool. It basically, I brought some wool up here because I thought you might ask. It basically like takes the wool and it orients all the fibers into the same direction. So this is the type of material that we'd be putting in our pillows, not loose fill or anything, but it's carded into bats. And so we buy that from a local carding mill in Montana, and we just drive there and pick it up, and then they'll get all their wool from the local sheep. And then And then we buy cotton that's grown in Texas without the use of chemicals. It's organically grown cotton, and that's processed and then woven into fabric. And we were able to buy enough cotton that we were able to get our emblem woven into the fabric. And then that comes in like big 93-inch bolts. And then we would cut that into, sorry, Frederick is doing a little work here. We would take that and then cut out that into pillow shapes, and then we would sew those. Then we would take the wool and then stuff the pillows and then sew those shut.
So what kind of time commitment are you talking to go from getting the raw materials to actually creating a pillow? Like how many hours does that process take?
From like when we have the raw materials here, it kind of depends because we like to do things in stages. Like we like to cut a lot of strips of fabric because 93 inches is really miserable to work with. So we like to just do it all at once.
You like get in a groove and then you just have to do it a ton.
Yeah, but I'd say if we averaged it out, it's probably about an hour of work per pillow.
And you guys do it entirely yourselves?
We do, yeah. So we converted our basement into a wool pillow factory. And we had all these plans for a basement. I actually had an office, even though I don't really have a job. I had an office with all these books, and I had plans for that, doing whatever. But that just ended up becoming a pillow factory. So that's what it is now.
So are you trying to turn this into like a full-time career?
Yeah, we are. Yep.
Very cool. So like I asked Grayson and Nick on the Lure Coffee interview, is this something you're planning on just running from your little shop forever, or are you gonna like open a storefront or some point, or like franchise out around the country? Like what would be the vision here?
Yeah, for now, we like being able to work from our basement. It's very nice and cozy. We can, wake up and have some coffee and just go downstairs and crank out some pillows and then run everything out of the house. But down the road, it would be nice to have a shop, maybe in town. And as we grow, it'd be nice to have some employees and some people helping us sew and all of that. Right now, I'm running all the social media stuff, which is really not my cup of tea. So it'd be nice to actually push that on somebody that likes doing sort of things.
Yeah, social media marketing manager or something in the future like that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So I'm looking at your website. How many different logo ideas did you guys go through before you came up with this one? Or name ideas? Let's do both, logo and name. What were some other things you were throwing out, or did you kind of just like know right away?
We talked about names for quite a while. We were coming up with all kinds of things. But then Chase came up with the Woolshire, and it was like, that's perfect. That's like our exact vision. So that's kind of how the name came about. And then the logo, we had like one of those logo competitions, right?
Yeah.
So like multiple different logo designers made a logo with just like our ideas in mind. And we got to choose out of like, how many was it? 99 different designs or something.
It's
called 99 designs, but I don't know how many.
No, it wasn't 99, but it was a lot. It was quite a few designs.
Yeah.
And then, then we just found, like something we liked, and we worked with a designer on refining it. And yeah.
We have your baby and my cat both screaming in the background, so hopefully people can still hear the humans talking, or the adults, I should say.
Yeah, sorry if I'm halfway distracted this whole interview. Frederick he's gotten in the stage lately where he likes to disrupt anything. Like he'll like pull everything down. And
well, he was very calm before the recording started. Like in our little pre-interview, he was just like totally cool. And as soon as the recording started, the screaming and the playing started. So you definitely noticed that something's going on.
I think.
Well, no worries. Hopefully my cat will calm down too. He's acting like he hasn't had dinner, but he had it like 20 minutes ago. He's just trying to trick me. Yeah, many such cases. So I see in your shop here, you have.
Okay. I'm gonna just take him outside for a couple of minutes, let him get refreshed, and then we'll meet up.
Okay, sounds good. I see you have your regular pillow, you have the toddler pillow, and it looks like you make t-shirts as well. So is that something that you also make there, or is that something that you kind of outsource the making of it, but then you put your brand on it?
Yeah, the t-shirts we don't make ourselves. We do use an American company that makes them, and they use American grown cotton, which it's organically grown American grown cotton, and then they use also organic dyes, and then they screen print those shirts. So so yeah, we make all of our pillows, but t-shirts it would be a little bit too complicated for our setup.
Gotcha. Now, you also mentioned that you started with a baby mattress, right? That was kind of your idea for all this. Are you going to expand into mattresses and other type of products like that, or are you going to stick mostly with the pillows for now?
Yeah, we're looking into it. Regulations and things increase when you get into like baby products. So that's something we'd have to really think about. But it would be nice. That would be nice to go for like more crib mattresses. That'd be a plan of ours.
So focusing more on like the baby, young people kind of direction.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's cool. I know there are a lot of, I mean, Orthodox people having babies, and they're all going to want something healthy for their kid to lay on and breathe in and everything. So hopefully this will.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
these
that's the baby
little
one right there.
toddler pillows. Yeah, they're really nice, and they're also like a really nice travel pillow. And then I'll actually show you. We haven't actually even posted anything about this, but I'm gonna just real quick grab
Sure.
this.
Sure.
This is our next. So this is just a prototype, but this is our nursing pillow, which have become really popular and because they're just really convenient. I mean, I'm not a woman, but you would just put it around your waist and then nurse your baby. Sierra would have been a lot better to demonstrate that, but sorry, anybody that has to get that grotesque image in their brain. But anyways, this is the same concept. It's wool and then organic cotton. So we'll be posting these eventually. We're trying to figure out. It's a little bit more complicated of a pattern, so we're trying to get better at making them.
Okay, very cool. And where can people follow you? Because you mentioned social media and posting pictures of it. So if people want to check out what you're doing, your process, your products, what are some different places that people can look at and follow you on?
Yeah, so we recently started a blog, which sounds weird for a pillow company to do, but there's some real nice gems in there that are worth exploring. That's on our website, thewoolshire.com. And then we also have Instagram, the Woolshire, and Twitter at the Woolshire. And we post on there pretty regularly and try to keep people updated with what we're doing and what our family's up to and everything.
Okay, great. And hopefully you'll send me all those links and I can put them in the description of the video. So anybody listening, if you want to check out the Woolshire and their products, whether you see photos of them, keep up to date with their blog, or order some of these for yourselves and for your family and for their well-being, then you guys will be able to just click on the links down in the description and grab some of these for yourself. Well, Chase, is there anything else you'd like us to know about the pillows or your plans for the future, or any message you have for Orthodoxy or Orthodox families in general?
Yeah, so for us, one thing we appreciate small Orthodox families and supporting small businesses. One thing that's really important to us is sort of returning to this cottage industry, like a cottage economy of sorts, where people start taking back, instead of buying a pillow that's manufactured in China or even manufactured in America, but using like a ton of chemicals, that the chemicals aren't from China, aren't from America. But returning to this sort of cottage economy where what you're sleeping on, because if you look into like what you're sleeping on now with like petroleum and things, it's just crazy the amount of chemicals, and they're constantly off-gassing. So yeah, just looking at what are you sleeping on, and the cottage economy, returning to a sort of a village-like community.
Well, thank God. I think that's what we need as this country falls apart more and more, is to go back to things that are healthy, local, organic, Christian. So thank you for being part of that revitalization, let's say, of the way things worked for most of time and are hopefully going back to. I really appreciate you and your wife and child coming on the show today. I wish you guys the best, and I'm definitely going to get this out there, share this link around with everyone. So yeah, I know she's off taking care of your baby, but please do thank her for me as well when you got the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and then they would also say goodbye and thank you for having us.
Of course. All right, it was great talking to you, Chase. You have a great day, and God bless.
All right, you too.